After Dana reveals to Jen that she may know an informant in her case.
Supposedly, they know someone that worked for you and said that your company or the work that you were doing was very sketchy, and now they're an informant.
Some of you begin to question the situation.
What happens if she is proven guilty? What then?
I don't even let myself go there because I'm like, I have to believe she's innocent until they prove her guilty.
Lisa, and I'm kind of right there with you because I've had people ask me the same question.
Was this the first time you questioned her innocence?
I feel like when she was arrested and indicted, I was like, oh, this makes so much sense. It makes sense. That's why she always starts companies. You dump cash into a startup, you get to expense it as loss on your taxes. But then I went on the reverse journey, and when she started screaming her innocence.
I am innocent. I did not do any of the things that have been alleged against me.
And she started being a more decent human being to me. That's when I started questioning, like, maybe there is a chance that she's been set up. Maybe there is a chance that she's not the ringleader and she's just involved with some bad players.
Of course, I was going to support her and believe things that she told me on and off camera. But my view of Jen started to change a lot after San Diego. It's kind of like the drink dump was this pivotal point for me.
Let's do this.
Are you serious, Jen?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Because I looked back on a lot and realized she had lied about things.
Have you even offered to reimburse one?
Yes, I have.
Really?
Are you kidding me right
Girl,
now?
it was 3 months ago.
Oh my gosh.
I've started to see that she can be manipulative. She told me she's not guilty and I'm choosing to believe her. But then somehow I got conned into paying for this entire event. And I couldn't at that point help but start to question her as a person and her integrity. And then everything that she had shared with me about her case, I started to question that as well. And I also think it's natural for you to wonder. I mean, when the feds come for someone, you can't help but think, hey, this is serious, you know, this is...
The feds ain't gonna come knocking on your door like that, like Homeland Security for a little charge. Yeah, no. This is some real shit. Like, these are like years of investigation they have been working on. I mean, this is Salt Lake City. They call it Smollett City for a reason. Everybody knows somebody that's either worked for her, known for her. I mean, a lot of them said it didn't add up.
Well, I think along the way, there was a lot of friendships and relationships that continued.
And she was burning them, all of them.
Bridges and owing people money.
She was doing a lot of people dirty, yeah.
You saw the same kind of pattern with her. And that just, it wasn't a good look for her. And, you know, someone told me, hey, if she doesn't pay you back, this is not going to be a good look for her based on everything going on. And they were right. And I thought, she'll never do that. She'll make good. She wants to pay. She's just using the house. And when I saw that she had zero intentions, it wasn't a good look for her. And it just sort of proved that, you know, what was being said about her could potentially be true.
At Meredith's fashion show, Angie, you get a surprise from Coach Shah. It's a check for his party. Can you talk a little bit about that?
We all reached for the champagne.
We're like, yeah, go ahead.
So I want to make certain, right, that nothing is outstanding. So let me give this to you right now, okay?
And I was hurt by some things.
But we were too, badly.
I'm just gonna be shady as hell for a second. Did the check clear?
I was gonna ask the exact same thing.
Well, you know, I left the check on my counter for 2 days, and I didn't even want to cash it because of her energy towards me when she handed it to me. I felt that had I not brought that out in front of other people, I was never going to be reimbursed. We all know Jen needs an audience. And the fact that she did this in public, it didn't feel that she was grateful when she paid me back. It was like she handed it to me and she was angry about it.
Well, because she was doing it for everyone at the fashion show to say, hey, I know what you're saying. It's so hard to explain. It's a dig at you, and it's performative to everyone else to say, hey, she agreed to pay for it, but whatever, here's the money. If she's gonna throw a fit about it, here's the money.
100%.
And if there wasn't people watching, she would have never done it.
And that did not feel good. And I told her in that moment, it was never about the money. Guys, less about the paper than that. I have a lot of respect for both of you. It was the principle, and after you dumped the drink on my head, I was very emotional, and that's why it came out the way that it did. I had to plan the whole party, and I paid for that entire party.
No, you did not.
What did you pay for? I don't even know if Coach had any idea that he owed us money.
And it hurt me that I felt like we had a debt, and I didn't understand that to be the case, but I wanted to make sure we made it right.
But you know, my husband was great, and he leaned in and he said, hey guys, this is great. Let's hit the restart button and start over.
And by the way, Angie's house was brand new, and she has these most amazing floors, and they're really expensive. I know where she got them from.
Thank you.
And it is really expensive, and they got ruined.
And they messed up her toilet.
Yeah, so like she opened her brand new home.
That she just built.
Like there's a lot that Angie still isn't saying, and I have respect for that because we've been to her home and seen the scratch marks and all of that.
Like there was a lot of damage to the house that I never told Jen about. Jen left my house without staying to help. My husband was in his gym clothes, cleaning the floors, scrubbing, putting tables back together. Coach just left, his friends left. Nobody said like, wow, this was our party. We want to help you put your house back together. How can we help? It was like everyone left. And it's not that I need the money. I could, you know, donate that money to a great cause, but to not cash it and pay for her husband's birthday party, I was like, why would I do that for her? She hasn't appreciated anything else that I've done for her, or we wouldn't be in this position in the first place. So yes, I did cash it, and yes, it did clear.
Heather, you have a very frank conversation with Whitney about your friendship.
This whole friendship break has been a really horrible experience for me, and I don't think you really care, because it feels like you think you can just break it, and then when you're ready, pick it up, and I'm gonna be funny, and I'm gonna take up for you, and I'm gonna defend you, and I'm gonna fight our battles like a team. But that's not how it works.
I was just kind of swimming in a lot of feelings and a lot of just, you know, tumult after that trip.
In this group, you're gonna take a friendship break from me. That's complete bullshit.
I mean, we had a horrible fight in Arizona.
And if I was larger than that, hold me accountable. We fucked up. I never heard that.
But we had moved past that. It was like, I don't want to be like, I had forgiven her for throwing me under the bus, but like, I felt like I had kind of like removed myself and be like, okay, we'll move on, even though it felt like messed up. But my whole friendship with her had been turned on its head. I was grateful that Whitney was receiving me, that I was at her house, that we were talking and making amends, you know? But I also felt very wary.
I know it was weird to even ring the doorbell. I'm like, I don't feel comfortable just walking in. I guess I'll do the whole hope you brought wine. I didn't. I brought Peeps.
It was the first time we'd ever talked about anything about me.
I might be upset with you, or we're in a weird space. Like, I never stopped caring about you, Heather.
But then, you know, now I'm sitting here and I'm watching the episodes, and like the damage is really coming from hearing what she was thinking and feeling about me at that time. Like, she called me the woe is me girl.
Heather's like the biggest, like, woe is me person.
She said some pretty hurtful things.
I probably have to take a friendship break.
You know, I don't know. I'm just like kind of at a loss for words.
I feel like it was my last chance to try to get through to Heather, and I don't think that I did. I want bad weather back. I think that we're stronger together.
I think that's taking me for granted to assume that it would come back like it was. So let's just love each other and give each other space.
I just wanted her to know, like, just because our relationship might look differently, it's Whitney and Heather. It doesn't have to be bad weather. Like, we don't have to be the same person. We can exist as Whitney and Heather. I'll never not stop caring for Heather. I'll never stop not loving Heather, but I have to keep her in a different space and love her differently.
Mm-hmm.
And that just is what it is, and that conversation just validated it for me.
I feel very sad that bad weather has been like a dark rain cloud over your head. Be free. When you break something, it's broken. And it's never as strong as it was.
I didn't get everything I wanted or needed out of it, but I have closure with that. Like, in a weird way, that was the closure I needed, and the ability to just move on.
It was just really charged and confusing, and also I wanted to like stand my ground, but I also wanted to just like understand her, and I didn't feel like there was any chance of me understanding where she was coming from or what she was doing, and so I didn't feel safe really talking to her.
Meredith, you host an event for your sister and nephew's foundation.
I am so proud of my sister Myra and my nephew Alex for starting this foundation to raise awareness and money for mental health and addiction.
I've obviously been to quite a few charitable events in my life, and I always love when there's something more than just a party to it. And, you know, being a creative myself and someone who's involved in the fashion world, I thought it would be really fun to have a fashion show. And I was able to showcase Brooks's new collection, some of my new collections, a lot of local designers to Utah as well. We had a great outcome. It was nice to see Alex shine and just, you know, to be on the other side of it. The whole thing felt great.
You know, unfortunately, there are a huge number of people who struggle with mental health, with addiction, with attempts on their lives, you know, all of it. And it's a very hard thing to navigate with someone you love and to watch them go through it.
With Alex, it's been a long journey. He went to multiple facilities for mental health, for drug addiction.
You know, to see Alex come out on the other side was incredible. I didn't know if that would be the case. And I just wanted to share it. There are a lot of people out there who need help and struggle to find the right help and struggle to navigate the whole process. And if I can help save one life by showing someone else's journey that I love, it means a lot. I need a tissue.
So often we give so much attention to the mental health stories that end sadly, you know, like our foundation got formed because Tim did die by suicide. And so I feel like there's so much hope and celebration with Alex's story, because if there is early detection, if there is intervention, if there is support, then there could be more happy endings. And so I just really take so much stake in that, and I'm really honored to be a part of it.